I love the fresh bold flavor of ginger, and this chicken curry highlights it the best. Fragrant and melt in your mouth good with just the right kick. Let's make it. I recently had a chicken curry that had a ton of fresh ginger in it, and it got me thinking that I had to get a ginger chicken curry up on the channel. There's something magical about ginger. It's spicy, it's crunchy, it's fresh, and it adds great dimensions to curries, and this one really, really highlights it. So I have some oil here that I've been heating up, and to it we're gonna add some spices. I'm going in with some floral green cardamom as well as bay leaf, and we're gonna saute them off for about 10 seconds until they're nice and fragrant. Then I'm gonna tip in some finely chopped onions and grate in fresh ginger and garlic and some split chilies, which are gonna be our element of heat for this dish. Now we're gonna cook the onions down until they're translucent and soft. Now let's talk chicken. This is always the debate. Do you use white meat? Do you use dark meat? For this particular recipe, I'm going in with chicken thighs. They're boneless, skinless, and I've cut them up into strips, which is kind of unusual for a curry, but I wanted to mimic the same shape as the julienne ginger that's going in. So we're gonna add that to the pan as well. We're gonna increase the heat to high and continue cooking the chicken, stirring often until it's almost cooked through. Then I'm gonna season the chicken with a little bit of turmeric and ground coriander, and we're gonna toast the spices in that oil with the chicken for a few seconds. Now we're making a tomato-based curry, and it's time to talk about one of my favorite ingredients of all time, passata, okay? Strained tomato sauce. These are tomatoes that are picked at their prime, processed and bottled, so they're really fresh, really flavorful, and great any time of year. So I'm gonna pour my strained tomato sauce in, season with a little bit of salt to taste, coat the chicken in the sauce, and cook it down until it's nice and jammy and thick. So the tomatoes are gonna add a nice bit of acidity to this curry, but now I wanna bring in an element of creaminess, and for this I am using yogurt. Now when you're introducing yogurt to a curry, you have to be extra careful because you don't want it to split. So I have a couple of tips that are gonna help out with that. Firstly, you want to whisk your yogurt until it's nice and smooth, and then you want to drop your heat down to low as it can go before you pour the yogurt in, and then slowly mix it in, and that'll help prevent any curdling or splitting. Now we're gonna let the curry simmer with the yogurt for about 5 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna add some water. Once the gravy has thickened, I'm gonna remove it from the heat and fold in my ginger and coriander, and just like that, my ginger chicken curry is ready. So before we even get into the taste, the thing that amazes me about this curry is that it comes together in under 30 minutes, which is a win for a curry. It takes no time at all, and is perfect for those weeknight dinners when you don't have a ton of time on your hands, okay? So let's grab a piece of chicken. I love those flecks of fresh ginger in there as well. Let's give it a taste. So tender, perfectly sliced, really, really good. The ginger really shines through in this curry. We used it twice, once at the beginning of the cooking process, and then more fresh ginger at the end, and they come together so harmoniously. The curry itself is really mellow. There's a hum of heat from the Thai green chilies, but not too much, and the flavors of the turmeric and coriander complement the ginger perfectly. So the next time you're looking to do a chicken curry a bit of a different way, consider this ginger chicken curry. Again, it comes together in under 30 minutes and makes for the perfect weeknight meal.